Hi cuties, my name is Hanako Kozumi and this is the channel Nerdy Nekoma. Everything here is about Haikyuu chat stories and fanfic. Thanks for joining us today. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. And with that, welcome to today's video, or in other words, the second part of Find Me. I know this is still not the fluff I promised, but this one will have a happy end. The happy end will be in this part, and there will be lots of comfort towards the end, little content warning for panic attacks, and now I hope you like it. Enjoy! Have you ever had struggles finding good Haikyuu merch or anime merch in general? Because I for sure did. It can be hard, but this shop offers amazing merch. Like, I'm literally obsessed with the Haikyuu merch. They have the cutest hoodies ever. Now, if you want to get 10% off, click the link in the description. They offer me a collaboration, which is literally amazing, and you support my channel this way. So, win-win. Let's go. The whole way, he tried concentrating on the road while also throwing some reassuring words in the direction of his phone, promising Suga to be there soon and to just hold on a bit longer. He parked in front of the store without much care if it was within the lines or not and stormed inside. Hey, excuse me? He approached the cashier, a young teenager, probably at the end of high school. He seemed more than a bit startled at his action and backed away a bit. He felt sorry, but barely had the time to act on it. Have you seen a man about this tall, silver hair and brown eyes? Their eyes narrowed in suspicion and uncertainty. Please, he's my boyfriend, and I think he's having a panic attack. They nodded slowly and motioned for the bathroom. He went to use the bathroom. It looked like he was sick. The lips pressed together a bit, and they observed him closely as he followed the direction he showed him. But he could care about that later. Finding Suga was his highest priority. In front of the bathroom, a line started to form, and as soon as he was inside, he saw why. The store was fairly small and only had 2 stalls, one of which remained occupied. Hey, you can't just cut the line like that. I'm not. He barely registered them as something other than an obstacle between him and Suga. He was most likely the one in the first stall. He knocked on it, slightly, carefully, but whatever answer he might have gotten was drowned out by the idiots behind him. Yeah, good luck with that. I tried it before, but that jerk just won't open the door. Freak. His blood started to boil. The knocking that sent Suga spiraling further must have been his doing. And even though, rationally, he knew that he could know, he still silently sent him to hell for making his Suga even more anxious. Koshi. A choked sob came from inside. Please open up, then we can go home. Still, nothing, though he could have sworn that he tried to say something. I know it's hard, and I swear you only have to open the door. The rest is on me. I will bring you home and make sure you are safe. I promise. Hajime. Yes, it's just me. It tore his heart to hear him this broken, this hurt. He wished he could do more, that it would heal just like a broken bone, but this... this was far more complicated. Suddenly, the lock clicked, and immediately the trainer opened the door, careful as not to startle him further. Suga sat on the ground, breathing heavily and nails digging into his skin. Iwa offered him his hand, which the other took without hesitation. He held it tightly, as if his life depended on it, as if he was drowning and this was the only hope and rescue. Yet, he made no attempt to get up from the dirty floor, and Iwaizumi understood that he couldn't. He pulled him up by his arm, immediately supporting him, holding him by his waist and shifting his weight to lean against him. No one spoke. They could do that when he brought him home. The idiot from before, however, seemed almost shocked at Suga's state and bowed apologetically. The trainer acknowledged it with a short nod on their way out. They met the cashier halfway, and Iwa threw a quick but genuine thank you in their direction, still feeling the vigilant eyes on him when they left. In the car, Suga all but slumped into the passenger seat. He looked exhausted, and one glance confirmed that while the worst may be over, he was still far from being okay again. The panic attack wasn't over, it had just subsided. The whole ride home, Iwa offered a hand to Suga, who held it like a lifeline. He carried him inside upon seeing that he was barely able to keep his body upright. Inside, he carefully placed him on the couch and loosened his grip on his shirt. Don't worry, I'm just gonna draw you a bath. We can shower together first, and then you should relax a bit. When their eyes met again, Iwaizumi noticed with relief that the panic had faded in Suga's, though he wasn't sure what to make of the numbness it was replaced by. He left to prepare the bath, worry tugging at his heart and teeth clenching. He would never blame Suga for how he felt right now, and he was well aware that there was no use in cursing Ito out further, that he would only allow him to take even more time from their lives if he did. He shouldn't dwell on what couldn't be undone, but he couldn't help but wish there was a way, a possibility to take Suga's pain and make it his own. He wished that the teacher wouldn't push himself so much. They all wanted him to heal fast, but this was doing more harm than good. His hands were shaking again when he reached for the faucet. Damn it. He wiped the tears that started to accumulate in his eyes away furiously in an attempt to pull himself together. It was overwhelming. And without his consent, he had to admit defeat, leaning on the bathtub for a second, catching his breath. He could do this. He would stay strong for all of them, and he would care for Suga to the best of his abilities. When he came back, his boyfriend still sat in the exact same spot, eyes empty and mind wandering off in the distance. He couldn't even tell if his thoughts were pleasant or not, and against all odds, he hoped they were. Koshi? He expected him to flinch or show any reaction of sorts, but he didn't. Instead, he turned towards him slowly, not making a sound. It was unsettling. He took a deep breath and closed the distance between them. I prepared the bath, but maybe you should take a quick shower first. I can help you if you'd like. Everything was fine. Whatever he wanted, he would give it his all to accommodate his needs. Suga nodded slowly and reached for Hajime's hand. The trainer understood and guided both of them to the bathroom. He helped the smaller with his clothes and made a mental note to get him a set of fresh pajamas while he was in the bath. They showered together. Even though Iwa was hesitant at first, Suga reassured him time and time again that he didn't feel threatened by either of them, yet he couldn't help but worry that he might trigger unpleasant memories accidentally. Suga, however, didn't even flinch under his touch when he poured soap on his back and started washing them both. His fingers lingered at the pale skin of his neck, the picture of deep purple bruises still vividly in his memory, and at his thigh. A scar remained where the skin was sliced open. Everything physical had healed almost perfectly in these past weeks, but the scar remained, a permanent reminder of the events carved into his body. Haji, don't. I know what you're thinking, so please don't. I'm fine. He wanted to turn around and give him this reassuring smile they both knew was fake, but before he could, two strong arms wrapped around him. Iwa hugged him while the water still fell onto them in steady streams, warming them. No, you are not, and that's okay. No one expects you to be. Suga shuddered, but leaned into his touch. I'm just so tired. I'm tired of it all. I know. I wish I could make this easier for you. He hid his face against Suga's neck. Hajime. I know. Just please don't hide your pain. I know you don't want to burden us, but this only makes it worse. We will always care for you, no matter what that requires. We don't mind. I hate to see you in pain, but it makes me almost proud when I can ease your pain, and I know that you are strong, Ko. I just... He lost himself in his words. It was no secret that he wasn't the best at pep talks that required a bit more delicacy of feelings. Still, he desperately tried to convey what he meant. Koshi needed to understand. Hajime. He placed his hands over Iwaizumi's, which still lingered above his stomach. Thank you. It was genuine, and as if a weight had been lifted from his chest, it felt like he could breathe more easily again. Do you want to take the bath now? Will you take it with me? He chuckled a bit and placed a soft kiss on Suga's neck. If that's what you want. I do. Okay. He of course forgets to pick out the clothes beforehand as he planned and ended up navigating through the hallway with nothing but a towel around his waist. Hajime, what a pleasant surprise. He rolled his eyes as he heard Aikawa whistle teasingly. Daichi next to the setter chuckled. When did you two come home? Just now. I'm not supposed to work longer shifts yet, and Toto just finished a training match. Yep, we prepared for the upcoming season, and this year we're better than ever. Sure enough, Daichi sat on his back beside the couch, and upon looking closely at Aikawa, he did seem exhausted, though it was hard to tell with the cocky smirk spreading on his face. What are you doing home this early? His expression darkened a bit. It's a long story. He could see the others tensing, eyes straying to the bedroom door where they expected Suga. Don't worry, all is fine now, more or less. I'll tell you everything later. For now, I need to get some clothes for me and Ko. Could you maybe start preparing dinner already? I'll come help you in a bit. Sure. Haikyuu was quick to busy himself with the task at hand, surprisingly so. Daichi, on the other hand, closed the distance between them and gently pulled Iwa in for a kiss. I hadn't even had the chance to greet you yet. Don't think you will get away with that. He smiled, his eyes filled with fond affection. Iwazumi reciprocated the gesture and bowed slightly. My deepest apologies. How could I ever make amends for my outrageous behavior? Daichi laughed. And here I thought Todo was the dramatic one. Hey, I heard that. You're not helping your case, darling. He could still hear the pouty huff deriving from the kitchen and chuckled as well. You could make amends by finally putting on some clothes. You are very distracting right now. Am I now? He smirked, taking full advantage of the slight height difference between them as he moved closer. Daichi cleared his throat, seemingly struggling a bit to keep his composure. Isn't Koshi waiting for his clothes as well? Iwa grinned. You're right. We should continue this later. He could still catch a glimpse of Daichi's quickly reddening cheeks before they both went in different directions. So? Huh? He looked up surprised as he placed the clothes and another very fluffy towel beside the tub. Suga reached for the towel. What was that all about? He smiled as Iwa's smirk returned. Daichi just thought I looked a bit distracting. Suga's measuring gaze traced over his body. In an attempt to get back to him quickly, he just grabbed the pieces before returning and was now in the process of putting on sweatpants. I can't say I disagree. Iwazumi laughed again. I better hurry then. I didn't say I hate it. He smirked and Iwa sighed, his expression growing soft. Koshi, no. Koshi, yes. His voice got a slowly increasing dangerous edge to it, and Iwa knew exactly what was going on in his head right now. And that it would get increasingly harder to deny him when he was like this, especially since he himself wasn't opposed to the idea in itself. You'd just get the okay from your doctor to participate in sports again if you like. No reason to rush things and risk getting injured again. Take your time, it's okay. The silver-haired huffed, but accepted the clothes that Iwa gave him. I have taken my time. My wound's healed. I don't know what you're on about. As soon as he pulled the shirt over his head, he found himself in Iwa's arms again, his lips kissing his temple and brushing the still wet strands of hair out of his face. I know, and before you start overthinking again, I promise to show you that there is no reason to very soon. Give me just a bit more time to put my own anxiety at ease, okay? Suga nodded slowly. Okay, just... there's nothing you'd have to be anxious about. I still love it when... A slight blush colored his cheeks pink. I know, don't worry. Suga sighed and melted into the embrace. Okay. They joined the others in the living room. Immediately Suga was pulled into an embrace by first Daichi and then Aikawa, who placed a teasing yet gentle kiss on his nose, making them both laugh. He exclaimed proudly that he was making Suga's favorite meal for dinner, while Daichi just remained by his side, holding him by the waist. Iwaizumi watched them fondly. Slowly but surely, things went back to normal. He lived to see this, to see them happy. His heart rejoiced when they came together like this, and he knew, selfish as he was, that no amount of time spent like this could ever be enough. Soon, he would make this there forever, hopefully. Thank you for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know that this wasn't the fluff I promised, but again, I promised I will be fluff soon. Maybe you get what I hinted at a little bit at the end. So yes, I hope you will like it. I hope you like this. Also, I know that technically it's not Pride Month anymore, but who cares? I love the rainbow colors and beauty, and yes, I keep it like this. The outro will stay like this forever till the day I die. Yeah, but hey, if you liked it, consider leaving a like because it really helps my channel grow. If you don't want to miss out on anything in the future, consider subscribing. And now I hope you have a wonderful and amazing day. Wow, this was a mess.